Responsible for more miles of high-speed rail track than the rest of the world put together, China's HSR model is understandably the object of envy for most countries. But with mounting debt and several projects have been put on hold, has the nation's pursuit of speed come at a price? The 38,000-kilometer network is already the world's largest, but Beijing is increasingly worried about an increasing debt level, with 5.57 trillion yuan or $850 billion worth of liabilities already on the books of the state-owned China State Railway Group alone. Which means that even the whole year of Shanghai's GDP won't be able to cover the debt of China National Railway. $850 billion is just the official figure. No one knows how much the actual liabilities and debt are. The total debt is likely to double that or reach nearly $1,800 billion. But how? Hello everyone, welcome back to World of China. Today we're talking about the next probable Evergrande of China, the HSR or high-speed rail track, which is under the mountain of nearly $900 billion debt. So stay tuned to know the full story and don't forget to hit the like button. And a friendly reminder, a small percent of our viewers subscribe to our channel. So if you like this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can't change your mind anytime. The December 2009 debut of China's first long-distance high-speed rail service, which raced 1,100 kilometers between the southern city of Guangzhou and Wuhan in central China in just 3 hours, was a dramatic example of the Chinese Communist Party's debt-fueled response to the global financial crisis. So nation comes close to rivaling China's HSR construction story, according to a recent report published by the World Bank, which itself has financed around 2,600 kilometers of Chinese track recommended other countries to follow Beijing's example. While other countries have struggled to make HSR a reality, state-owned China Railway Corps, or CRC, has busied itself in laying down over 25,000 kilometers of high-speed track over the last decade, estimating for roughly two-thirds of the world's total length of HSR lines. One of the keys to China's successful development of its HSR network has been long-term planning. The bank's report cites the country's medium and long-term railway plan, which looks up to 15 years ahead, as evidence of its farsightedness when it comes to high speed. What's more, says the report, China has managed to build its high-speed network at an average cost of $17 to $21 million per kilometer, about two-thirds of the cost found in other countries. This cost-effectiveness is credited to the standardization of designs and procedures. In short, China's HSR network is superior on the surface, but deeper inspection also reveals infrastructure projects buckling under an enormous weight of debt. The majority of China's high-speed rail is reliant on debt financing, which led to CRC's debt increasing almost tenfold from $70.70 billion in 2005 to $4.72 trillion in 2016. This is part of a wider monetary trend. By the estimates of the Bank for International Settlements, China's total debt hit $33.2 trillion at the close of 2018. Only the US has a larger national debt than this. In the first quarter of this year, China Railways reported a net loss of 376 billion RMB. During the same period, bank loans accounted for 156 billion RMB, or more than 60% of its total funding. The company's interest payments on its debt have exceeded its operating profit since at least 2015. In September 2020, CRC quantum of debt rose to 5.57 trillion RMB or $850 billion, up from 5.28 trillion RMB as of September 2019, catapulting its debt-to-asset ratio to 65.8%. This has led some experts to speculate whether China's ruthless push for high-speed domination has come at a price, economic inability in which many lines look incapable of repaying the interest on their debt. Zhao Jian, a colleague of Li's at Beijing Jiaotong University, says, quote, China Railways has always depended on financial subsidies and continues to raise new debt to pay off old debt, and this will inevitably lead to a railway debt crisis. Zhao estimates that China Railways' overall debts will grow 60% over the next few years, reaching 8 trillion RMB by 2020. Designed to handle 320 trains a day, the Lanzhou-Xinjiang HSR currently has only 8 daily services. Because of this large amount of idle capacity, the line's annual revenues are not enough to pay for its electric costs, says Zhao. While few supporters of China's HSR network would disagree that the Lanzhou-Xinjiang line is a white elephant of enormous proportions, they say that looking at one line in isolation misses the very point of the network. They argue that profitable lines such as China Railways' lucrative Beijing-Guangzhou HSR corridor, which links 6 provinces with a total population of 430 million, will ultimately balance out loss-making ones. What they don't know is, most new HSR lines in China have witnessed a sharp decline in their transportation density. Measured in passenger kilometers, it's an indicator that projects the line's operating efficiency in terms of annual average transport volume per kilometer. For example, while the 1,318-kilometer Beijing-Shanghai HSR corridor's transportation density was 48 million passenger kilometers in 2015 and continues to be high, the 1,776-kilometer Lanzhou-Urumqi line has only 2.3 million passenger kilometers of transportation density. China's overall transportation density of HSR was 17 million passenger kilometers in 2015, while it was 34 million passenger kilometers for Japan's Shinkansen in the same year. In the mad rush to gain the rich economic dividends that the HSR delivered on several profitable lines, especially the Beijing-Shanghai and Beijing-Guangzhou lines, provincial governments across the country have blindly tried to imitate the action. However, most of such provincial construction has ignored low to zero the potential of the expensive routes to attract similar volumes of passenger traffic and are running at high idle capacity. But surprisingly, after all of this, earlier this week, China Railway announced it would invest more than 800 billion RMB this year, 10% more than originally budgeted. The company intends to expand its HSR network to 30,000 kilometers of the track by 2030. Now, the State Council has asked governments to avoid blind competition, obsolete and redundant construction, and improve the early warning mechanism over railway-related debt, where the CRC is now finding it difficult to pay such high assured returns. China's HSR story has dazzled the world in the past decade, but its growing domestic financial woes have exposed its risky underbelly. Poorer countries trying to copy HSR must be careful of the deadfalls. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, then give this video a big thumbs up and share it. For more exciting videos, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. I'll be back with another exciting video soon. Till then, check out our channel for more exciting videos and stay tuned. Watch China's Evergrande meltdown. The link is in the description below.